Namaste and welcome to Yogami. I am your coach Deepika Lalwani. And before we start today's practice, let's take a moment and become aware of our body. Take a few deep breaths and bring the mind to this moment. Now, standing up tall on your mat, bring your hands to your thighs. Spread your toes out and ground your feet completely. Roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears. And as you inhale, lift your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, shoulders down. We will repeat this shoulder squeeze a few times and keep breathing deeply. Now let's start making rainbows with our shoulders. Exhale, bring the shoulders forward. Inhale, take the shoulders back. When the shoulders come forward, feel the stretch in your upper back, and when the shoulders go back, feel the stretch in your chest. Now make full circles with your shoulders. Pay attention to the movement of your shoulder blades. Try to make this bigger and then reverse the direction. Now lift up your arms in the front and turn your palms upward. Exhale as you tap your fingers on the shoulders and inhale, extending your arms. Repeat this a few times, warming up your biceps and triceps, and then bring your arms wide. As you exhale, tap your thumb on the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the arm. Repeat this a few times. And then bring your elbows together in the center. Inhale, going up and out. Exhale, bring the elbows together. Let's draw big circles with our elbows. Repeat this a few times and then change the direction. Keep drawing big circles, completely aware of your body. Bring the hands back to your thighs. And let's make big arm circles, expanding our chest, reaching the ceiling. Reverse the direction of arm circles and repeat a few times. Now lift up your arms over your head, bend at the elbow and grab the opposite elbows with your hands. Your feet slightly apart and start rotating from the lower back. Try to look behind you. Repeat this a few times, every time trying to rotate a little bit more, opening up our spine. Now place your feet slightly more wider. Stand upright and start making hip circles in a clockwise manner. This movement will also serve as a warm-up for your lower back, hips, and hamstrings. Let's change the direction and move in an anti-clockwise manner. Finish about 8 to 10 repetitions. And then bring your feet back together. Now pull your right knee to the chest, standing up tall and balancing on the left foot. And then pull your left knee to the chest, standing up tall and balancing on the right foot. Let's repeat the standing Pavan Muktasana a few times on each side. Remember to keep your spine upright and don't forget to breathe. Now, let's practice our forward bends. Stand up tall, bring your hands on the hips and lift up your chest as you inhale. Exhale, go into a forward bend. Come back up. Remember to keep your back nice and long, not rounding up your upper back. This movement will also help in warming up your lower back, hips and hamstrings. Repeat this a few times. Now hold your body there and move your arms in circular manner. Imagine you're swimming with your arms right now. Bend forward, swim with the arms. Come back up. Bend forward, swim with the arms. Come back up. Repeat this a few times. And now our body is ready for today's flow, so let's get started. Let us now perform a seated spinal twist called Ardha Matsyendrasana or the Lord of the Fish pose. Sit in Dhanurasana with your legs stretched out. And then bend your right knee, placing your right foot just outside the left knee. Bring your left elbow against the right knee and hook it. Straighten up the left arm and place your right palm on the floor behind you. The fingers of your left hand are reaching to your calf. Rotate from the shoulder, from the middle of your back and from the lower spine, looking over your shoulder. Fix your gaze behind you. Hold it here for 8 to 10 deep breaths. This is a great stretch for your lower spine, and this stretch also strengthens your abdominal organs, including your digestive system, your reproductive system, and your urinary system. It is also great for people who face digestive issues and constipation. Come back to the starting position. Let's now repeat the same stretch, Ardha Matsyendrasana, on the other side. Bend your left knee, place your foot across the right knee, just touching the outside of the right knee. Hook your right elbow against the knee, and your left palm is now on the floor. Start turning from the shoulders, then the middle back, and then the lower spine, creating more and more length in your spine. Hold it here for 8 to 10 deep breaths. And focus on all the muscles that are stretching right now. Very slowly now, come back to the starting position. Sit in Dhanurasana and relax. Let us now learn a heart opener called the fish pose or Matsyasana. This is an excellent pose to open up your neck, your upper back and your pectoral muscles. To perform Matsyasana, sit on your mat on your hip bones and stretch out your legs in the front, toes pointed. Place your hands on the mat behind you with your fingers pointing towards your hips. Now bend one elbow and then the other and lower your forearms into the mat. Push your chest out and upwards and drop your head back. Creating space around your heart, opening up your rib cage and stretching your upper back. To come out of this pose, bring the head up first and then come up all the way. Now let's do another variation of fish pose in a cross-legged position. Sit in Padmasana, placing your right foot on left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh. Place your hands behind you on the mat, fingers pointing towards the hip. Go down on one elbow and then the other. Push your chest out and drop the head backward. You can rest the crown of your head on the mat now and hold your big toes. Continue to push your chest upward and outward. You can keep your hands on the mat also. To come out of this pose, push the floor and come back to the sitting position. Stay here and continue to breathe deeply. The next posture that we will perform is called Halasana, and to do Halasana you need to lie down on your back. Your legs are straight, feet together. Now bend your knees. Lift your knees towards your chest and then gently roll your spine, lifting your hips off the mat, and extend your legs over the head, trying to reach your toes towards the floor. Initially, you may or may not be able to reach your toes to the floor, but that's fine. Just stay where your body comfortably allows you to be and focus on the stretch that you feel in the back and neck. Now you can bring your arms together, interlock your fingers, clasping your hands, and stretch your arms away from your back. This gives an extra stretch in the chest muscles. Stay here and continue to breathe deeply. This asana should not be practiced by those who suffer from hernia or slip disc or people who have very high blood pressure. If you have severe neck issues, please consult your doctor before you practice Halasana. Now support your back and bend your knees, bringing your knees on the forehead. Stay here for a while. And then gently lower your hips back into the floor. Stretch your legs out and rest here for a while. Halasana is a gentle form of inversion, so make sure that you come out of this posture very, very slowly. Let us now get into the Setu Badhasan or the hip bridge pose. To perform this pose, come in supine position with your knees bent and your feet placed hip distance apart. Ground your shoulders, ground your feet and place your arms slightly away from your body, palms facing up. As you inhale, lift the hip up as high as you can and hold it there for a few deep breaths. This is a great pose for strengthening your hips, your hamstrings and your quadriceps, which are the muscles in the front of your thigh. Slowly come back to the floor, take a few deep breaths, and now let's add a modification to complete this pose. With an inhale, engage your core and push your hip up and start walking your shoulders towards your ankles. With your hands, grab your ankles And then lift your chest slightly more up, pushing it towards your chin. Engaging your hip muscles and your core to make sure that your lower back doesn't stress. Come back to the mat. Stretch your legs out and stay here for a few deep breaths. Let's now perform Dhanurasana or the bow pose. To perform Dhanurasana, lie flat on your stomach. Keep your legs together and your forehead on the mat. Now bend your knees as you exhale. As you inhale, clasp your hands around your ankle. And now slowly lift your heels away from the hips, lifting your thighs off the mat, and simultaneously lift your chest and your head up. Look forward and fix your gaze at a point. Now exhale and come back to the starting point and relax. This is a great pose for stretching your abdominal organs and massaging them. This pose also activates your adrenal glands. Let's finish our practice by lying down comfortably and relaxing in Shavasana. Sit on your mat, come to a supine position, lying on your back. Keep your legs wider than your hips and your hands away from the body, palms facing up. Allow your feet to fall sideways. And now take a few deep inhalations and very long exhalations. Notice your breath moving in and out of your body and let your breath follow its natural cycle. Do not try to control your breath right now. Just be aware of it and just enjoy the beauty of your breath. With each inhalation, experience a sense of expansion and openness in the body, and with each exhalation, feel a sense of relaxation and peacefulness. Every time you exhale, let go of any tension in the muscles. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. And allow yourself to melt a little bit further down into the floor underneath you, letting go completely, surrendering to the gravity. Notice your breath as it comes in and goes out of the body, knowing you are breathing. Stay in this state for a few minutes. Stretch out your legs. Stretch out your arms above the head. Just be here for a while. Turn on the left side. And slowly come back to a sitting position. Bring your hands in prayer pose or Namaskar Mudra and be thankful for all your blessings. Now start rubbing your palms. Make them nice and warm. And now place your warm palm on your eyes, massaging your eyes gently. Bring your hands back in prayer pose and slowly open up your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. I will see you again on Yogami.